Hey y'all, if you're new here, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review if you've been here before for Ready to Love Miami episode 11. And I want to go ahead and just jump right into it because my review is late, but my other weekend reviews will be out. Bell Collective is coming behind this one, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Family or Fiance. So definitely check out my other videos and get into it. And while you're here, hit the subscribe. Hit the like, it helps out the algorithm, and y'all already know I'm trying to grow my channel, so definitely help your girl out. It's free, but it helps me, and I appreciate anybody like my YouTube's, my big sis on YouTube, Miss Misha, my family, my friends, anybody who has been sharing or supporting, I appreciate you. Anybody who just gave me words of encouragement recently because I was feeling like, should I even keep creating content, even though it's been like less than 2 months. I appreciate y'all. So let's just go ahead and get into it. We're gonna grow this channel together, y'all. Ready to Love. I hope it gets renewed for another season. Miami needs a do-over, and I need Tommy back on my screen. I still enjoy Ready to Love, so come on back, y'all. Come on back, but we're gonna finish this out. So the ladies meet with Tommy in the ladies' lounge. This is their last time having the ball in their court. Like the finale is next week already, y'all. So Kayla said things are unclear with Randall, but Jamala like, I don't got no concerns. Ain't nothing fuzzy on my end. Like, it's real clear over here. Okay, girl. So we know this is the episode where the guys are meeting the ladies' families. So we start with Mike, and he's meeting Brandy's parents, and he came bearing gifts for mom and dad. And I was talking to my mother about this, and we were saying like how Mike bought gifts, not to jump ahead, but Mike bought gifts for Brandy's parents, but he didn't bring anything for Kayla's parents. And I let my mom know like he also did that when he met their friends. He bought a gift for Brandy's friend, but he didn't bring anything for Kayla's friend. So we know where his head is at. I mean, after the show's over, will he still be with Brandy? I don't know, because it seemed like just as much as Randall playing games, so is he. But we can tell, as far as the show is concerned, where his heart and head is really at. Mike said that he's concerned about Brandy's job as a flight attendant. Brandy, you better pay attention now, because this is not the first or second time that he said this. He said this multiple times. So it really seems to be an issue for him. As much as she tries to reassure him that, yeah, I can make my own schedule and this and that. Like, I'll fly you out if need be. It's not comforting him. It's not giving him any reassurance. He's still concerned about it. So, Brandy's dad asks if Mike does drugs. And I'm like, what? Where'd that even come from? Like, okay. Anyway, Brandy's mom asked the real important questions because Mike was like, no, my only drug is Brandy, of course. So Brandy's mom asked if Mike wants more kids. Because, she probably wants some grandkids and all that if she don't have some already. So Mike was like, yeah, he's open to having children with Brandy. Initially, when they met, he told Brandy he has 3 kids. And she was like, well, I want 2. And he was like, well, I guess I'll have 5. Mike just say anything that sound good. Is it just me? I feel like let me know in the comments. I feel like he's just telling the people what they want to hear. Like, he's done this before. He ain't new to this. He's true to this. He gonna tell you what you want to hear, whether he means it or not. So, we see Swayze in the next scene meeting with Kadian's godmother. And Kadian was just irking my nerves. Like, why every time he was talking, she was interrupting, interjecting, over-speaking. The godmom trying to ask a question, he trying to answer the question, she asking the question. Is confusion. So I'm like, this is going to be an ongoing issue between them. But they discuss with the godmother their issues regarding the future. Like, she wants to know where they stand, where are they going. Like, does he see a future with her? And he like, how many times I got to say the same thing and reassure you, pretty much. And I don't think there was anything wrong with her wanting like confirmation on, is there a future outside of this game show, this dating game show, pretty much. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're dating someone and it's beginning to get serious, like, well, what are our next steps? What are your long-term goals? Like, that's nothing out of the ordinary. But it just seems like he don't like being put on the spot, don't like answering those types of questions. Like, he said he has communication issues, and that was an issue for him in his past relationship. So, and it shows. But overall, the godmother seems to like him. It's given, if y'all watch Family or Fiance, like when they ask for the blessings, the families typically say yes, even though they know they should be saying no. So I feel like if she didn't like him, she probably still would say she like him just because they on the show. But I mean, Swayze seems like a decent guy, but the communication definitely needs to be worked on. And I'm not sure if they're really compatible. But we only see what they show us, so who knows? Randall is meeting Jamala's mom and older sister. I'm gonna just keep it to myself. Mom looking on the youthful side though. I'm gonna give Mama that. Mama, I think she uses like different makeup or something. I don't know. But they appear and they asked Randall about his other connections, and the ladies basically flocking to him at the getaway. He was like, look, that he had issues with her on the getaway because she can't control everything. Like, okay, I talk to other people. Like, yeah, I do. But she can't control everything that's happening. Like, she needed to sit back and allow things to happen. So, suddenly, after they're talking, and the sister asks questions, Jamala goes down to her Michael Kors bag and pulls out a stack full of index cards with questions, follow-up questions from Jamala's dad. So I'm like, okay, where is this going? But he did answer the questions. He handled it well. Basically, her father wanted to know if he can protect and provide. He says, yes, I can protect and provide. And they were asking about the issues. He said communication is an issue with him, but communication with her seems easy. It's easy flowing. It's easy to talk to her. As of now, it seems like her mom and sister seem to like him, but we'll see. Let's find out on a reunion if they still in contact. So Samson met with Shereese's dad. He came, he's always bearing gifts, so usual schmusual. And he was like, when he came with the gifts, he was like, I thought I was meeting your mom. I guess, he went to the Dollar General and got gifts for someone's mother. So the father's like, where's my gifts? So he's like, I got you a mug. I'm like, that pink mug that clearly was for her mother. She should have told him, like, oh, my mother got sick. Like, it's my father. She knew he always come with those gifts. So he wasn't prepared. And maybe that was on her end. Like, that was on her end just to see, like, well, how are you going to handle this? Because you thought you was preparing for my mother, but it's my father. I don't know. Either way, she seemed annoyed with him from start to finish. So Samson told her dad that, he likes that Shereese is family oriented. She didn't like that answer because he like, okay, you just saying like vague, like surface level stuff that anybody can say. Like, you don't really know me. Like, you're not saying anything in detail pertaining to me specifically. And she's like, you didn't say like, I'm funny, I'm this, I'm that. I didn't hear anything funny that was said. If that's what she said, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm like, they both, are a little bland personality-wise, if you ask me. But, I don't know. But Samson also said that he likes an independent woman that don't need him for jack. Ew. Like, excuse me? You want to be somebody's husband, but you want her to be independent and not need you? What do you want? Because how you going? So I agree with what Shereese was saying, because Shereese was questioning that, and she was like, hold on, because in a relationship we both gonna need each other at some point. Here go her dad defending him, talking about he meaning like right now. Not let Samson answer, okay? I didn't ask you that. I asked Samson, and you should want to know the same thing, because that was a valid concern that she had. What do you mean? We should be at some point we might need each other. Otherwise, what are we in a relationship for if I don't need you for nothing? If I don't need you for jack, I don't need you. So why are we here? So Shereese's dad was like, he likes Samson. That's what he said when Samson was sitting there. But that upset her, and she like, both of y'all getting on my nerves. And her dad was like, she needs a lot or whatever. And they almost double teaming her at this point. So when Samson left, Shereese's dad was saying like how he really feel, and he was like, yeah, he remind me of myself, like back in the day, like I would basically tell the parents what they want to hear, but Shereese said that her dad is a reformed player, so there's that. But he still said that he does like him overall, and he was like, ultimately it's your choice what you want to do. So the dinner was awkward AF, and it's very evident that they are not feeling each other. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but they don't like each other. Point blank period. And At first, I was like, maybe, but mm-mm. And then that's the problem. That's one of the issues because I understood what Shereese said a while back as far as Mike having, like, she calls it baggage, and I know that can, rub people the wrong way. But I see what she was saying. He had these things that she didn't want to deal with because she's not bringing that to the table. But it's like on paper, Samson seems to be ideal for you. He's in your age range. Neither one of y'all have been married. Neither one of y'all have children. Similar backgrounds, whatever. Yet incompatible. So sometimes you just, on paper, it can be right, but you can't write down chemistry. Like, either you have it or you don't. So we move on and we go to Kayla's parents because Kayla got to meet two guys. So, we got to see how that go. Sorry, y'all. I had to pause. I was baking some late night cookies and they were on the verge of burning. So, yeah. Priorities. Back to it. So when they were starting with Kayla's parents, Mike came, with nothing in his hands free, ready to eat. And he don't like her, in my opinion. Anyway, Mike said that, because they were like, what do you like about her? And his answer was that he's interested in getting to know her. Like, what? Or it's like, what are your intentions with her? Like, oh, I'm interested in getting to know her. Like, that's it? But they was feeling him. But Dad was asking the tough questions, especially with Randall. And Randall, was open about his other connections and honest. But the conversation just flowed better with Mike. So Mike said that their parents were like, what's the difference between Kayla and your other connection? And he said that he wouldn't change, or what would you change? And he was like, he wouldn't change anything about Kayla. Ooh, what was that lag? He wouldn't change anything about Kayla, but he would change the fact that Brandy needs to constantly be reassured. And he's like, I think he said at some point in the show, I don't know if I wrote it down in my notes or not, but basically, like, Kayla's young and she doesn't need all that constant reassurance. As Brandy, she's seems allegedly like she could be jealous, or she just needs to be reassured on a regular basis. So that was his only hang up with Brandy. And it's like, Kayla's like, okay, but if you don't see anything, you wouldn't change anything about me, you see no issues with me, then what's the problem? Like, why am I not first on your list, top priority? Why are you not choosing me, basically? But she said that Dad gave her some hope that Mike will pick her. Girl, hang it up. Like, what? If they not getting paid for this, then this ain't making no sense. Like, none at all. Like, why are you still trying to see if Mike likes you? He don't, and you know it. Your king is not on this show, sis. So Kayla says that her mind is telling her to choose Randall, like he makes more sense, but she has just a connection with Mike, like, that she can't shake. See what I'm saying? Like, chemistry and all that stuff, like, versus on paper. Basically, bottom line, your heart, your head, it don't quite matter because neither one of these guys is about to choose you at the end of the day. So Swayze and Katie go on a date that has nothing to do with meeting anyone, and why are we seeing this? This took up a lot of time in the show, and I could have gone my entire life not seeing any of it. Like, if y'all just need to condense this down, like, maybe they could have put these meetings with the families, like, into, like, one episode and cut some stuff out, because what was this? It was to fill up space, but it was just boring. Basically, Swayze doesn't like being put on the spot with all her questions, and she looked very pretty. I just love when she has, like, a natural face, or she has, like, light natural makeup, because it really shows, her beauty. Her personality sometimes. It ain't for me. But, face-wise, her face card don't decline. But the date was just long and pointless, and they was, like, kind of low-key arguing, but not really. I don't care. Moving on. Fast forward. The ladies meet with Tommy at the ladies' lounge. He's joking about Katie and having one leg out because she had, like, this outfit on. It was, like, half pants, half shorts. Brandy mentions that Mike told her about the reassurance comment he made to Kayla's parents, which is saying a lot of something without saying much of anything. That's saying a lot. That he would tell Brandy this because obviously he, first of all, probably don't want word to get out because he values her. He cares about how she's going to feel, so he'd rather tell her. And then it's just like, look, this is what I said. Like, I'm going to let you know. If it was the other way around, I don't think he would have been letting Kayla know anything. So Brandy said, Mike told her they'll be together at the end of this. But Kayla like, look, he's telling me things too. It don't matter what he's telling you, girl. Actions is showing. And his actions is showing that it just ain't you. It just ain't you. So the ladies begin to go in on Samson. And there ain't really no point in him being there because Shereese don't like him. So Tommy gives Shereese the power to eliminate Samson if she chooses. But basically he's telling her to eliminate him because otherwise, like, what are we keeping him for? And what are we keeping you for? So Shereese and Samson meet and they have, the elimination dinner. It starts getting messy because she's like going into like, oh, well, the ladies had a meeting. We had our deliberation today and the ladies were saying X, Y, and Z. And he like, okay, but the gentlemen were saying all this about you. Well, what about you? Well, what about, like, I can't stand when people do that. Like, even in a disagreement or whatever, if you go on to somebody like, this made me feel away. Like, I didn't like when you said this. Like, well, I didn't like when you said that. This ain't your time to shine. You had your time to say how you felt, but you didn't. So don't be bringing it up now. Right now, we're talking about you. Even Shereese was like, look, this is the ladies' turn to eliminate. We had the power this week. So what are you even talking about? Okay, the gentlemen were saying this, that, this, and and you didn't say anything at the time, so don't bring it up now because you feeling away because you about to get eliminated. And it just was really, it was like starting to get a little heated, honestly. And I think even JP had mentioned on his review, like, it was reminding him of Liz and whoever that was. I forgot his name. But that guy a couple seasons back that she was arguing with when they got heated in the parking lot and all that, because they were going back and forth, and Shereese like basically like, okay, well, you're not ready to love, so your time is up. And he like, well, if I'm not ready to love, you're not ready to love, because in so many words, you don't have another connection. Like, there's no one else. So if you're eliminating me, you're basically eliminating yourself. So then if I'm not, then neither are you. But it's like, what is this childish tit for tat that we're doing? This back and forth. But then he's like, okay, well then why, like, if I'm not ready to love, like, why are you still sitting here? Like, get up in. And she's like, I'll leave when I'm ready. Both of y'all can get your to-go boxes because this is both of y'all's last day on the Ready for Love set. Or the Ready to Love set. Or at the restaurant or whatever. Y'all eliminated, you eliminated him. Basically, you eliminated yourselves. Go on and get on out of here. Next week is the finale. So, let me know, what do you think is going to happen with Kayla next week? Do you think we'll see an appearance from Shereese? Who do you think the final 3 couples will be? Let me know that in the comments, and let's have a conversation and talk about it. I always reply to the comments, so let me know what y'all are thinking. Do y'all think any of these couples are going to make it to the reunion? Right now, it's looking like Swayze and Katie, and that's it, pretty much for me. Let me know what y'all are thinking, though, and check out my other videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.